A busted sewage pipe destroys a $134,000 Audi on camera, which we're about to go check out, and the car is filling up with feces. Which, I never really liked the idea of an expensive car getting destroyed, but at the same time, you never know. Might be pretty interesting. Let's check this out. Oh, oh wow. Whoa. So basically, the pipe, right? The pipe actually broke the window of the car, the back window of the car, and it's literally just pouring feces right into this Audi. That is so insane. That is so insane. It's basically like, for those that are listening to this, it's basically like a pool of poop inside your trunk. Like, it's kind of cool, but really disgusting. This thing probably smells so bad in person. Wow. So let's see. This is an Audi. Is an Audi RS something. I don't know exactly what it is. Kind of looks like a Audi station wagon. Crazy. Now, this is why you should always have some form of car insurance, typically full coverage car insurance, especially if you're driving around in a car that costs over $100,000, because something like this might end up happening and you might not have the cash right on hand to like take care of this issue. Like, this potentially might just have totaled the car. And what I mean by that, it might have gotten so damaged because of the combination of water and feces and the force of that water going straight into the car that it might have destroyed all the electronics inside the car, might have destroyed the whole interior in the car. It's definitely never going to smell right. Like, so basically, this is like $100,000 plus down the drain, literally. So it got turned into a Porta Audi, a $134,000 sports car in Russia resembled a mobile septic tank after a burst pipe inundated the luxury whip with sewer water, as seen in odoriferous footage with more than 376,000 views on Instagram. Now, it's also kind of like crazy to me too. Like, if this is actually in Russia, the amount that this car costs compared to probably the average income in Russia is probably pretty insane, right? Like, wow. What on earth are you doing in Russia to be able to afford a car like that? The sewage pipe snapped and broke the window. Responding officer Andrei Podchevalov exclaims in the clip. Jam Press reported, and the car is filling up with feces, literally. The resultant footage, filmed in an underground parking garage, shows a lime green Audi whose back window has been busted by a burst pipe. Meanwhile, the severed toilet tube above is water falling sewer water and excrement into the car's rear compartment, filling it to the brim like a lavish lavatory on wheels. Thankfully, the vehicle's owner was not present for the foul incident, though surely they received the surprise of their lives upon returning to the parking lot. Yeah, Mother Nature, well, not really Mother Nature, parking garage, septic system basically left you a nice liquid present. Ugh, that sucks though. Meanwhile, the car destroying poop deluge made waves online. As happens, quipped one viewer of the fecal flood, while another wrote, "This is some crap. It hurts to watch," said one traumatized luxury car lover. Meanwhile, one social media sleuth postulated that someone had purposely turned their whip into a water closet as revenge. It's yet unclear how the pipe burst or if the car was damaged beyond repair. The thing is, I highly doubt that this car is repairable or salvageable because, like, you gotta keep in mind there's a lot of electronics in Audis. A lot of it probably got destroyed if it got filled up basically completely with fecal water, not to mention the force that it must have taken if it like actually broke from the water pipe bursting going straight into the car. Yeah, like even though it doesn't really look like there's a crazy amount of damage, this car is definitely totaled. I personally don't see a way to salvage this car to where it would make financial sense to spend the type of money to salvage it. Now, this isn't the first time someone's expensive car has been inundated something awful. In September, a Florida man revealed that his brand new $1 million McLaren P1 supercar was swept away during Hurricane Ian with only 300 miles on their waterlogged odometer. And we checked this out before, and the issue is this kind of seemed more so like a potential insurance scam because the person basically left their McLaren P1, like $1 million like supercar, out in the parking lot in Florida when they were getting massive warnings like, "Hey, massive flood warnings coming. Watch out," you know. Let's see, sell the car and advertise it as comes with exotic automatic extras. That's what happens when you buy an Audi, peace sign, poop emoji. This is why we pay to read the post, not for your editorials and opinions. Stick to what you do best. This. Wow. So here's the thing. The best thing to really like learn from this type of situation in like a financial sense is that you need good car insurance so that when completely random acts beyond your control damage that vehicle, you're not going to be potentially financially destroyed by it. Because, like, imagine if you're like a car girl or a car guy, you just love your car. Let's say that you saved up all of your money, and let's just say you bought like a Nissan GTR or like a Lamborghini Gallardo or whatever, and you just put all of your money into it, right? Well, if you don't have good insurance and something like this happens to it, all that money is gone, right? So it's just something to think about. Like anytime you have a expensive object in your life, it's probably a good idea to get some form of insurance to cover it. Especially if you can't really financially replace it easily, right? Meaning, say, okay, this car costs like $134,000. Let's say that you make about $200,000, but you don't really have $134,000 liquid to just go and replace this car like tomorrow. Well, you should probably get some really good insurance because you don't have the money, the cash, the liquid cash on hand to just go and buy another one, right? So that's also pretty much why you end up getting insurance for houses so that you could protect the money that is inside it. So just keep in mind. Now, personally, I don't really like insurance companies, but insurance is a very useful tool if you're just not stupid with it. If you want to learn how to get out of debt, go down below or go to 40inbox.com.